Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back. Brandon with Campbell Fitness, and if you haven't already guessed from the title of the video or even the thumbnail, I'm about to give you a pretty big spoiler alert, and that is that this video is about what's in my gym bag. Now, as far as gym bags go, I don't believe in anything fancy. I don't like to spend money that's unnecessary. So this was a freebie given to me, and most of my gym bags are just freebies that are given to me. Now, previous to this, I used one that was very similar to a satchel. So anyone out there who's a big fan of The Hangover, you can imagine how silly I looked. But in the end, they all do their job, and that is to carry my shit around. Now, because they're free, they're not always from the best build quality, so they tend to fall apart kind of easily. So on this one, the zippers are starting to go, as well as some of these clasps on the side sometimes become disconnected quite easily. So let's go ahead and just get into what's in here. So as far as this first pocket goes, the first thing I'm going to show you are just some simple wrist straps, and these are made by a company called Vallejo. Now for these, they're black, they're canvas, and the interesting thing about these ones are the fact that on the back where your wrists actually go, they have a padding material attached. So for people who don't like to use wrist straps or are going really heavy and they tend to find that they kind of rub the wrong way, these are a great alternative to use. Now that being said, I never use these. The reason I have them, number one, they were free, and number two, my lifting partner sometimes, when they want to use straps, I'll let them use these because they're not really accustomed to using it, and they can be quite uncomfortable for some people, so this is a nice way around it, kind of like an introductory phase to wraps. Now the ones that I actually use, again, made by Vallejo, black canvas. These ones don't have the padding. These are the full big boy ones. Now as far as this brand goes, I don't have any real brand allegiance to them, but the fact that again they're cost efficient, you can find them on Amazon a lot of times for a couple bucks, so it's something easy to use. Now as far as the actual supportiveness goes, I also have these, which some of you have been noticing in recent videos. Again, purchased on Amazon, a couple of dollars. These really help a lot in a lot of my pressing movements. So for these are from the CAP brand, that's C-A-P, and they're pretty good so far. I might do a review on these later. Now, again, when I go into the stuff that's in here, just because I bring it to the gym in my gym bag, it doesn't mean that I use it all the time. I have previous videos on when to use straps, when to use belts, and so forth. If you have questions on that though too, please feel free to leave those in the comment section below. So getting into the next pocket over here, what I also have is I have my little workout, I almost said diary. I said, this is my workout diary. This is my workout log. This is where I put all those huge numbers I'm lifting. But no, in seriousness, I like to keep one of these. I always do. You've seen videos on this in the past. I literally have drawers full of these notebooks. I have them going back almost 10 years. I like these a lot. Some people like to do it online. Some people don't like to track, but these can really make or break some training routines and numbers and seeing progression that way. So I always bring this for sure. Now digging here a little bit, also I have this, which a lot of you have seen and questioned on what it is. This is just an old iPod Nano, I believe. I think this is the second generation, so this is quite old. However, it works great for me. I just have an armband on here too. I can just show you how it fits as I lean over here, and you probably see that all the time. Now as far as the headphones itself goes, if you follow me on Instagram, I actually posted a picture of headphones earlier today. They were the Dr. Dre Solo Beat HDs. These earbuds I use are also Dr. Dre Beats. However, I'm not loyal to that brand. The reason I use these ones for the gym is because they came free with my phone, and the reason I posted the picture of the other ones, the whole over-the-ear headphones, aren't because I wanted to be cool, but I actually got them online for literally like $3 through one of those penny auction sites, which was pretty funny because I never believed in those things, but I ended up getting those headphones for really, really cheap. So I bring this all the time. Obviously you guys have seen some of my workout videos that has the gym music just playing, and they play stuff like Call Me Maybe and all that other stuff. Yeah, if you like that music, hey, that's your call, but when you're doing a heavy set of deadlifts or squats, it doesn't really get you pumped up in the right way. So I always bring an iPod to the gym. Another thing that I have in here is I have a pen, obviously. You need to be able to write my stuff down. And I also have one of these little gorilla tripod things. So anytime that I go and I film in the gym, I bring this, and I bring my Flip Ultra HD cam, which isn't in here right now just because it's charging. But the great thing about these, and anyone who's interested in doing any kind of filming in the gym, these things can be a lifesaver because you don't need a big tripod to set up. Instead, you put your camera right here, and you can actually just kind of bend these things and attach it to the already existing equipment. So it's really discreet. So a lot of people don't even know you're really filming. Now, getting into the big bag here as far as the main pocket goes, I don't have that much in here. The first thing I just have is a simple belt. This is, I believe it's a 4-inch width right here. This is just a standard canvas belt. This was purchased on bodybuilding.com. I think it literally cost me 20 bucks. So it's nothing fancy. Probably my next big purchase is gonna get a lever belt. But we'll see that in the next month or so probably. But I will say for 20 bucks, this has done a great job. All my big lifts I use this for. I know I've recommended it to several of you guys out there. Again, for the price, it does a decent job. But when you start getting into really big weights, it might be more beneficial to look into an actual powerlifting belt. For those of you out there that are just beginning, don't spend too much money on any of this stuff that I'm showing you, because when you first get into it, there's just no real point in my mind. Speaking about spending money as you start to get into stuff, the last thing I'm going to show you are just the shoes that I wear for a lot of my gym days. Again, I posted a picture of this on Instagram in the past. I got a lot of good feedback, as well as Facebook. So for those of you that don't follow me on Instagram and for some reason want to, because obviously sometimes on Instagram all people post are pictures of food and stuff like that, which I'm guilty of doing as well, you can find the link to my actual Instagram username in the description box below. But recently I've been using these shoes, so for the past couple of weeks. So this is kind of an in-between for the shoes I was using, which were the New Balance Minimus shoes. I did a video on that recently, and kind of the next step up of like the Nike Romoleros and stuff like that. So for these shoes, I think the cost was 90 bucks shipped. Pretty cost efficient in my mind. They do a great job. They have a hard sole. I'll go into a review on this probably in the next week or so. I know a lot of you guys have been asking for this, but a sneak peek for that, I will say these shoes are definitely great. You know, for 90 bucks, they really do a good job. You can really tell the difference when you're using them in the gym as compared to any other type of shoe that's not specifically meant for weightlifting. So these come highly recommended as well. Only thing I don't really like is the shiny strap on here with the little barbell on the front, but I'll talk about that more in the review. So that's what you have for my gym bag. That's all I bring. I try to keep it simple. Again, all the time I don't use all this equipment necessarily, but it's nice to have it on hand when it's necessary. So I appreciate you guys watching. If you have any questions on any of this stuff, please let me know. But in the meantime, stay big.